Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Real Estate Education Series. Today, we're going to talk about property taxes and what everyone should know regarding property taxes. Yes, property taxes is very important whether you're thinking about buying real estate or you currently own real estate. Even if you're thinking of selling real estate, whether it is residential or commercial, property taxes will be of extreme value to you, and understanding property taxes will be of extreme value to you throughout the process. Now, let's talk about property taxes. So, first thing first, I'm going to talk to my buyers. So if you're out purchasing a home, do you realize that a portion of the new mortgage that you're going to pay will also entail property taxes? Well, they will. Not only will you have in the new mortgage that you'll obtain after purchasing a home your principal and interest payment, you will also have taxes, property taxes, and insurance. Let's talk about those property taxes. So, many of us have property taxes from many governing entities. Some of those entities are your city, the county that you live in. You can also have them from a community college, and then also from multiple utility districts. Multiple utility districts, in many cases where there's no city water, they provide water to an area. So all of those different entities make up your property taxes. It will vary depending on the area that you're in. You want to pay very close attention to the property tax rate in the area that you are considering purchasing in. The lower the property tax rate, guess what? You guessed it. The lower your mortgage will be monthly. Okay? And also having a lower property tax rate when you are looking to buy a property will allow you to qualify for more of a home. Okay, so if the property taxes are lower, then you can increase the price of home that you are purchasing in many cases. So for my buyers, make sure that you're working with a great real estate professional who will research for you the property taxes in the areas that you're interested in to help you make the best decision for you and your family when purchasing real estate. Property tax values are set by the appraisal district. Okay? They will go out, or they should go out, and preview homes and look at what those homes are selling for in your area, and also commercial property. They also assess business property. So they will determine what those values are based on market value. I want all of you to know that if you currently own a home, you're due several exemptions. Now, I'm talking specifically to my viewers in the state of Texas, but in most states, there are exemptions that many homeowners get on their property taxes. Please consult your area's district so that you'll know what exemptions you're entitled to in your area. Now, let's talk about Texas, okay? And specifically, I'm going to talk about Harris County since it's one of the largest counties. Let's talk about Harris County property tax exemptions. One of the main property tax exemptions for most homeowners will be the homestead exemption. Homestead exemption should be filed between January 1st and April 30th every year. Homestead exemption can result in a savings of up to 20% on your property tax bill. And remember, I said earlier, when you are buying, property tax is very important in your bill because the lower the property tax, the lower your mortgage will be. So keep that in mind. If you own a home, make sure in whatever county that you're in the state of Texas that you have filed for your homestead exemption. Let's talk about a few other exemptions as well. Some of the other exemptions that you can qualify for would be the over 65 exemption. Many people miss this because they forget to go back and file this exemption when they hit age 65. Don't let that mistake happen to you. It could cost you thousands of dollars. So make sure that you stay on top of that. And if you've got a 65th birthday coming up, that you apply for your over 65 exemption with the appraisal district. Don't think that the district will notify you. In many cases, especially I know in Harris, Fort Bend, Brazoria counties, they do not currently notify you if you're due for an exemption because you've had your 65th birthday. So it is up to you, the consumer, to make sure that you stay on top of that so that you get the discount that you are supposed to get or entitled to when you become age 65. For my veterans, let's talk about those of you who have served our country. Thank you for your service. But let's also talk about the special exemptions for you. If you are a disabled veteran, in many cases, there are exemptions additionally to your homestead exemption that you can qualify for. Some disabled veterans, depending on the percentage of your disability, don't pay any property taxes at all. So if you are a disabled veteran, please contact the taxing authority in the county that you live in and find out what type of exemptions are available for you. If you have a disability, same thing applies. You may also qualify, depending on the percentage of your disability, for an additional exemption. And you will have to get in touch with the taxing entity, your appraisal district, to find out what those things are. Many of these questions can be answered online by simply going to your appraisal district's website and looking at their frequently asked questions. I hope you're finding this information helpful because I want all of you to understand that as I teach on the Real Estate Education Series weekly, I always remind my viewers that real estate is the #1 wealth building tool. So you want to make sure that that asset is building equity for you and you're paying out as less as you can while building equity as fast as you can. And one of those ways to do that is to stay on top of your homestead exemption. Let's talk about a few more things that everyone should know about property taxes. Protest your property taxes. Have you ever heard of that? Let's talk about it. You have the right to protest your property taxes. Yes, the appraisal district will set the value based on what they determine market value is, but you, the consumer, have a right to dispute that value. And you can do that in several ways. The very first way is to have what they call a property tax hearing. And it's an informal hearing. So it's the very first line of defense that you have. And many of the county appraisal districts now have it where you can go online and dispute those property taxes. If you're unsure about how to do that or how to properly submit that evidence, I am going to say to you, get with a great real estate professional. They can help you find comparable sales in your area and determine whether or not the value that the appraisal district has assessed your property is truly fair. There are other ways also to get help. There are individuals who are property tax consultants. There are also great property tax consultant companies out there. They do charge a fee, but the fee is only a percentage generally of what they saved you. If not a percentage of what they saved you, most of their fees to help you in protesting your property taxes are very reasonable. And if it is going to lower your mortgage, then I say that you definitely want to look into that. But the very least that you should do is reach out to a real estate professional, real estate broker. I'll be happy to help you to look up those values for you and determine exactly what your property value should be so that you can properly be equipped to dispute your property taxes. Now, an informal hearing is just the first step. So if you go through that informal hearing, or if your representative goes through an informal hearing for you and they're not successful, don't give up. Now you go to the second step, which is a formal hearing. Formal hearings should be held by a non-biased board, generally at the appraisal district. These are not appraisal district employees, okay? These are regular individuals out of the community, just like you and I, who are taking up their time. Yes, they're paid, but they're taking their time to come in and hear your formal hearing and render a verdict. In many cases, most people can get their issues resolved at either the informal or the formal hearing stage. But if you find that you are still not satisfied and you believe that you're being unfairly taxed in your property taxes, then don't stop there. You can arbitrate. There is an opportunity to file an arbitration hearing with the Texas Comptroller's Office that would allow your case to be heard by a property tax arbitrator licensed by the state of Texas, who will then listen to both sides, both yours and the side of the district, and determine proper value. I hope you guys are taking this all in. Make sure that you're sharing this video to others. This is very important information for anyone who wants to buy a home or currently own a home, to make sure that they are protecting their real estate investment, okay? Whether you're buying a home or selling a home, protesting your property taxes is important, and understanding your property taxes is also important. Let me speak for a moment to my sellers. If you're selling a home, a lot of people won't take the time to protest their property taxes because they say, well, I'm going to sell my home later this year anyway. I'm not going to be the person in it. I'm not going to take the time to do that. Not a great idea. Let me tell you from a real estate perspective. If I'm out showing homes to a prospective buyer, guess what I'm also doing? I'm paying very close attention to the property tax rates. So when I come into your neighborhood, say there's a similar house on the market to yours, and we've elected to see both homes. Very, very similar homes. But one's tax value is lower because that homeowner decided to protest their taxes, and your tax value is higher. Which home do you think will be most suitable or most desired by that particular buyer? Of course, the one with the lowest property taxes. So please know that even if you're going to sell your home, protesting your property taxes can get you an offer quick, because many people won't take the time to do it. So that's a tip to give you one up on the competition for my sellers. Okay? So don't forget that you have 3 options when protesting your property taxes. You have your informal hearing, your formal hearing, and then you can arbitrate if you're still not satisfied. I hope this information is helpful to you guys. I do want to get your questions. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, you know that we always give away gift cards. Well, I am away this week attending a conference, the Texas Association of Realtors Winter Conference. Of course, I'm always empowering myself with more knowledge so I can empower you, the consumer. But send me your questions and I will answer them, and I will still give away a gift card. So don't worry, we will have a gift card giveaway. For those of you that post questions, I will take the time to answer those questions, or you can even inbox me and we will have a gift card drawing. Now, I've got one more thing that I'd love to share with you guys in regards to your property taxes. And that one thing is, make sure if you're going to go through the property tax protest process, that the portion of your bill that is not in dispute, that you're current on your property taxes, or you won't get a chance to use the property tax protest services in order to reduce your taxes. Okay? You guys inbox me. I am always here and happy to help with any real estate question that you have. Remember, real estate, the #1 wealth building tool. I want you guys to join me next week where I'll be back live with you, same time, 7 p.m., talking about real estate issues that affects consumers and that will help empower you to make great decisions when buying or selling. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.